Now children, the general properties of noble gases. So you observe here one by one property, atomic radii. What happens? Increases from helium to radon. You know, every group atomic radii increases because of increasing the shell numbers. That is why atomic radii here also increases. Ionization potentials. This group of elements are very high ionization potential compared to rest of the group of elements. Why? Because your outer shell is completely filled. To remove the electron from outer shell to require high ionization potential or ionization energy. That is why this group of elements are highest ionization potential. Even though in downs the group, ionization potential values are gradually decreases. That means here which is highest ionization potential? Helium. Enter the periodic table, the highest ionization potential of the element is helium. Because this is the last group of the elements and the first element in that group. That is why helium is the highest ionization potential. Next, enthalpy of vaporization. The enthalpy of the vaporization values are increases from down to the group. That's why helium is the lowest enthalpy of vaporization. But radon is the highest enthalpy of vaporization value. So, because you are increasing the size of the atom. Next, melting points. Here melting points are observed here children. Krypton, neon, argon, xenon and radon. Here they are not a regular order. Here krypton and neon. Krypton is the lowest in this order. The krypton is the lowest melting point. Next is neon, argon, xenon and radon. In generally, melting and boiling points are increases but not your regular order. So that is depends upon your crystalline structures or about the depends on your force of attractions. Next, boiling points. Your boiling points are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Gradually increases children. So your helium is the lowest boiling point, that is about 4.2 kelvins. How much? 4.2 kelvins temperature. 4.2 kelvins means here becomes a 0 less than 0 degrees centigrade. 4.2 kelvins. So these are very familiar 4.2 kelvins of the known substance. That is why here due to low boiling point, helium it diffuses here most of the using of the lab materials like rubber, plastic, glasses, here diffusion of a gas, helium gas. Next, solubility. Here the solubility of the noble gas are very less soluble. That is called sparingly soluble gases. Even though this solubility is gradually increases because of the weak van der Waals force of attractions. Here that is why the solubility, what happens here? Increases children. Next, electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy are all are here positive values. In general, electron gain enthalpies are negative values. But this group of elements are positive values. Even though the order of electron gain enthalpies, helium is the lowest. Next to radon, xenon, argon, kryptons are equal but neon. So in this group, which is the highest electron gain enthalpy, neon is the highest electron gain enthalpy. So, but expect as helium, but due to small size and more interelectronic repulsions, here also neon is the highest electron gain enthalpy. Next, these are all are monoatomic, colorless, odorless, tasteless gases. Monoatomic. That's why atomicity is how much? 1 only. Next, these are already told sparingly soluble in water. Even though the solubility is what happened? Increases from helium to radon. Next, these are low melting and boiling points due to what is the reason? Weak dispersion forces. Nothing but van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces is one of the dispersion forces. Next here, due to helium, low boiling point, it exhibits some anomalous property. That is called here diffusing through most of the commonly used in the laboratory materials like rubber, plastic, glass, etc. That is the main anomalous property of helium due to low boiling point, that is 4.2 kelvins. So these are the physical properties of noble gases, children. Next, chemical properties. So here, comparatively, rest of the elements, here noble gases are less reactivity due to here high ionization enthalpy as well as here high positive electron gain enthalpy. Next, here except helium, all the valence shell are completely filled with 8 electrons, but helium valence shell is filled with 2 electrons. That means here except helium, all the noble gases are obeys octet configuration, but helium obeys doublet configuration. So either octet or doublet configuration becomes most stable. That is why this group of the elements are less reactivity compared to rest of the elements. So even though the reactivity is downs, the group increases. Why? Because here ionization enthalpy values decreases, electron gain enthalpy values decreases, therefore size increases, van der Waals force of attraction decreases. That is why the reactivity in downs the group increases, especially this group of the last elements are there: radon, xenon, argon, krypton. These elements are formed of some chemical compounds are founded, identified. But whereas helium and neon elements, these are chemically inert nature only. So why? Because helium and neons are, one reason is too small size, absence of d orbitals, and also high ionization potential. Due to these reasons, helium and neon never participate in the formation of compounds. While the rest of the elements like argon, krypton, xenon and radon are identify the formation of the compounds, but radon compounds are also unstable. Why? Because radon is the radioactive substance. So now in this group of the formation of especially the most important stable compounds are xenon compounds. So what are xenon compounds? Which compound is identified? Now discuss about the some preparation, properties and uses of formation of xenon compounds. Now children, here the chemical properties of noble gases. The first noble gas compound was prepared by Berthollet scientist in 1962. The first noble gas compound was prepared by Berthollet scientist in 1962. He was based on the facts of ionization potentials of oxygen molecule and xenon atom. See here, both are ionization potentials, that is IP1 values are almost equal. That is 1175 kilojoules per mole. Ionization potentials of O2 and xenon. IP1 values, both are almost equal. So on the basis here, he was made the first compound, the name is called xenon hexafluoroplatinate 4. Xenon hexafluoroplatinate 4, the name of the compound. How it prepared? Here xenon reacts with hexafluoroplatinate to form hexafluoroplatinum. To form, here the compound is called xenon hexafluoroplatinate. From number 4, this is indicate the oxidation state of the central metal atom in the complex. This is one of the complex compound. So it is a dissociation of xenon hexafluoroplatinate. Also here the form here He compound plus PbF6 compound to the power of here charge. This is negative charge, it is positive charge. Oxidation state is how much here? Plus 4 is shows. Plus 4 means the central atom here plus 4 means here fluorine so 6 fluorine so minus 6, 4 minus 6 minus 2. That's why the charge is minus 2 means it should be taken as here xenon plus 2 compound. So that is why it is a anionic complex. Formation of the complex is anionic complex. The name is called xenon hexafluoroplatinate. The oxide state of platinum plus 4. It is a one of the red color solid substance. That is the found the first compound. It is the representation of the formula XePtF6. Here xenon generally it reacts with the most electronegative elements only, like fluorine and oxygen, as well as here oxyfluoride compounds. So that is the compounds. After that, to form various compounds, which compounds are formed? Xenon fluorides, xenon oxides. Next, oxyfluorides are identified. When xenon reacts with either fluorine or oxygen, the formation of the compounds are fluorides, oxides, oxyfluorides compounds. Now, we discuss about one of the fluoride compound, XeF2. This is called xenon difluoride. This xenon difluoride, how to prepare here? 2:1 ratio of the mixtures of xenon and fluorine unheated in nickel tube at 673 centigrade temperature to form the xenon difluoride. Xenon difluoride. So yes, this molecule here exhibits in the first excited state of the electronic configuration of xenon only. Why? Because here xenon electronic configuration, the ground state is of 5s2, 5p6, 5d0. But in the ground state, what happened? The available of vacant d orbital, one electron transferred from 5p orbital to 5d orbital. That is why here configuration changes. What happened? 5s2, 5p5, and then next to 5d1 children. So therefore, in this arrangement, observe here 2 bond pair of electrons, 3 lone pair of electrons. One electron from p orbital, one electron from d orbital. That is why we have the formation of 2 bonds. One is here pp overlapping of the bond. Here one is here pd overlapping of the bond in xenon difluoride. But both are here sigma bonds only children. As well as here central atom of xenon also available 3 lone pair of electrons. That is why in the first excited state, the central atom of xenon, how many lone pairs? How many bond pairs? 3 lone pairs, 2 bond pairs. The total electron pairs becomes here 5. That is why the central atom in XeF2 molecule xenon it undergoes sp3d hybridization. So sp3d hybridization means you expected the shape is trigonal bipyramidal, but not trigonal bipyramidal. It becomes a linear shape children. So why? Because here both fluorine atoms are occupying the axial position in the trigonal bipyramidal. So this is the trigonal bipyramidal structure. Here fluorines are occupied. These equatorial positions are occupied the lone pair of electrons. Equatorial position occupies lone pair of electrons. Axial position occupies bond pair of electrons. That is why. But what is this shape here? Linear shape. That is why the shape is linear non-polar molecule. It undergoes sp3d hybridization. Number of sigma bonds 2 sigma bonds. Number of lone pairs 3. Bond pairs 2 on the central atom. And also it acts as one of the strongest oxidant in this group of the compounds. It is good oxidant or strong oxidant in nature. This molecule undergoes hydrolysis. XeF2 undergoes hydrolysis. What happened? Here the formation of the products are here xenon hydrofluoride as well as oxygen gas is liberated. This is the reaction takes place in the hydrolysis of xenon difluoride. So in this molecule, XeF2 molecule, the central atom xenon, but what is the oxidation state of xenon here? +2. Why? Because xenon surrounding by fluorines. Each fluorine -1. Therefore, central atom becomes +2. That's why XeF2 molecule oxidation state of this xenon +2 state children. So this is information for xenon dichloride. How to preparation? Here how to existing of the molecule, structure and hybridization. Here as well as number of lone pairs, bond pairs, hydrolysis. That is information is needed for children. You are asking any one point in competitive point of view also. Next compound, XeF4, xenon tetrafluoride. It is prepared by 1:5 ratio of xenon and fluorine mixtures. Again, passing into the nickel tube at 6 atmospheres pressure, 873 Celsius temperature to form the xenon tetrafluoride. That is the preparation of xenon tetrafluoride. You are using ratios are different. Temperature is different. First case 1:2. In this case 1:5. First case temperature 573. 673 Celsius. In this case 873 Celsius temperature. So now nature is sublimation nature children. It undergoes sublimation. Sublimation means directly solid state is converted into gas state. So this molecule exhibits second excited state. This is first excited state. This is second excited state. Second excited state what happened? Here one more electron transformed from 5p orbital to 5d orbital. Then the configuration 5s2, 5p4, 5d2. In this arrangement of electrons, here 2 lone pair of electrons, 4 bond pair of electrons are present. 2 lone pairs, 4 bond pair of electrons are present. So these 4 bond pair of electrons, 2 are from p orbital, 2 are from d orbital. So that is why. So this is the total 6 electron pairs. 6 electron pairs is expected as octahedral, but due to lone pair repulsions, here the shape is called square planar shape children. What is the shape? Square planar shape. Now again, here 4 carbons are occupies the fluorine atoms. Here answer questions occupies the lone pair of electrons. So it is undergoes hybridization, sp3, d2 hybridization, and also here the formation of the 4 sigma bonds, no pi bonds. Here out of 4 sigma bonds, 2 are pp overlapping, 2 are pd overlapping. pp overlapping and pd overlapping of the bonds. Here XeF4, the central atom of xenon, oxidation state is how much children here? Plus 4 oxidation state. Because 4 fluorines, each fluorine charge minus 1. 4 fluorine charge becomes minus 4, becomes here plus 4 oxidation state. Like the XeF2, oxidation state of xenon plus 2. XeF4 oxidation state of xenon plus 4. That is oxidation state of xenon in XeF4. Now children, here hydrolysis of xenon tetrafluoride, what happens? Here the formation of the products are xenon, hydrogen fluoride, liberation of oxygen gas, along with one more xenon compound, xenon trioxide is formed. The xenon trioxide is a solid substance as well as explosive nature also. So it is one of the example of disproportionation reaction also children. Now observe here, in this reaction, xenon tetrafluoride of the xenon oxidation state is plus 4. Here the products of xenon element is 0 oxidation state. Xenon dioxide oxidation of xenon is plus 6. Then what happens? Here xenon plus 4 to 0. That is called reduction. Again plus 4 to plus 6 oxidation. That means in a reaction only one reactant element, that is xenon, undergoes one time oxidation, one time reduction takes place. That is why this reaction is a disproportionation redox reaction children. So next goes to one more compound, xenon fluorides, XeF6. That is called xenon hexafluoride. So hexafluoride prepared by here 1:20 ratio of xenon and fluorine mixture passing into the nickel cube at 573 Celsius temperature and 60 atmospheric pressure to form xenon hexafluoride children. How to form? 1:20 ratio of xenon and fluorine gases mixture passed into the nickel cube at 573 Celsius temperature and 60 atmospheric pressure to form the xenon hexafluoride. This is one of the method. One more method is also possible. Xenon tetrafluoride reacts with the oxygen monofluoride But the dimer state, here O2F2. Monomer state, OF2. So, oxygen monofluoride converted into a form xenon hexafluoride as well as liberation of oxygen gas. It is also one more method. How to prepare? Tetraxenon tetrafluoride reacts with oxygen monofluoride to form xenon hexafluoride with oxygen. Okay, children. These two are methods preparation of xenon hexafluoride. But this molecule exists in which exit state? Second exit state only possible. Now the second exit state electronic configuration represented as 5s2, 5p3, 5d3. In this arrangement, observe here 3 electrons, here 3 electrons. 6 electrons are available for bond formation. That's why here in second exit state 6 bond pair of electrons and also 1 lone pair of electron. So the total 1 lone pair plus 6 bond pairs becomes equal to 7 electron pairs. 7 electron pairs means it undergoes hybridization. sp3 d3 equal to number of hybrid orbitals. 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, again 3 d orbital. Total 7 orbitals. So that's why it undergoes sp3 d3 hybridization. Next. So due to sp3 hybridization means you expect the shape is of pentagonal bipyramidal. But here also the central atom of xenon available of 1 lone pair of electron. Due to lone pair of electron again the shape becomes a distorted. That is called here distorted octahedral shape. What is the shape? Distorted octahedral shape. It is a polar molecule, children. Okay. So what happened? The HCF6 molecule existing, second exit state, it undergoes sp3 hybridization. The shape is distorted octahedral. It is a polar molecule. That is information for preparation and structure. Next, hydrolysis again. Here, hydrolysis of xenon hexafluoride depends upon number of water molecules. Means here using of excess amount of water, limited amount of water, insufficient amount of water. Here observe 3 reactions. First of all, xenon hexafluoride reacts with 1 mole of water. Here product is xenon oxy tetrafluoride plus hydrogen fluoride. Here 2 moles of hydrogen fluoride. Like HCF6 reacts with 2 moles of water. 1 more compound xenon dioxy difluoride. Formula HCO2F2 plus 4 moles of hydrogen fluoride. Next, HCF6 reacts with excess of water. 3 moles of water. Product is again xenon trioxide plus 6HF. Now observe children here. 1 mole of water, 2 moles of water, 3 moles of water. Here formation of the compound xenon dioxide difluoride, xenon trioxide, but common products are here hydrogen fluorides. Here 2 moles, here 4 moles, here 6 moles. What happened here? Double. Here 1 mole of water, 2 moles of HF. 2 moles of water, 4 moles of HF. 3 moles of water, 6 moles of HF is formed. Understand? So, in competitive point of asking here, HCF2 or HCF6 reacts with H2O. How many moles of HF? Like 2 moles of H2O, 3 moles of H2O. How many moles of HF is formed? Your ratio is how much? 2:4:6. Or simplest ratio 1:2:3. 1:2:3 moles of ratios of HF is formed the byproduct when it undergoes hydrolysis by 1 mole of water, 2 moles of water, 3 moles of water. The simplest ratio is how much here? 1:2:3. Here also how much ratio here? Moles of water. Simplest ratio 1:2:3 only. Understand children here? Next goes to here xenon fluorides HCF2, HCF4, HCF6. These 3 are crystalline solids as well as sublimized substances at room temperature, that is 298 Kelvin. Next here xenon difluoride, tetrafluoride, hexafluoride. These 3 are reacts with the fluorine compounds also. So here fluoride compounds, one of the example PF5, phosphorus pentafluoride. What happened here? Formation of cations as well as anion species. So one is HCF plus PF6 minus. like that. HCl4 reacts with your antimony chloride, pentafluoride. Again, HCl3 plus SbF6 minus. Next, xenon hexafluoride reacts with your monovalent chlorides. Monovalent means general formula. Monovalent chlorides like which are monovalent? First group of elements except lithium can take here because of lithium is a small size. Here taken as sodium, potassium or rubidium or cesium. Here these elements of the chlorides reacts with xenon hexafluoride to form your metal cation as well as your HCF7 minus. Understand children here? Now here these are the hexafluorides, tetrafluorides and difluorides are reacts with pentafluorides as well as metal fluorides. Formation of the cation species as well as anionic species children. Okay, our fluorides are over. Next goes to trioxides. Oxides. This is one of the compound, xenon trioxide. It is a colorless, explosive, solid substance. So this molecule also exhibits in the second excited state electronic configuration only children. So what is second electronic configuration again? 5s2, 5p3, 5d3. In this arrangement, here how many bond pairs are there? 6 bond pairs are possible. One is lone pair. Here out of 6 bond pairs children, 3 are formed by sigma bonds, 3 are formed by pi bonds. So, because your oxygen element exhibits the double bonds. Double bonds means one should be sigma bond, one should be pi bond. That's why here 3 electrons involved in the sigma bond formation of the p orbitals, 3 electrons in the formation of the pi bonds. These 3 electrons are especially from d orbital children. Okay, so that is why here second excited state, here 3 electrons are replaced for sigma bond formation, 3 electrons are replaced for pi bond formation. These 3 electrons from p orbital, these 3 electrons from d orbital. So now here total 3 sigma bonds, 3 pi bonds. Now you observe the structure here. This molecule is similar to ammonia molecule. It also contains here 1 lone pair of electron children. In ammonia also 3 bond pairs, 1 lone pair. Here also 3 sigma bond pairs, that is considered as hybridization. 1 lone pair, total 4 electron pairs in hybridization. Remaining 3 are pi bonds. You know, hybrid orbitals are forms only sigma bonds. It cannot form pi bonds. That's why here 3 sigma bonds means 3 hybrid orbitals along with 1 lone pair of electron orbital. Total 4 electron pairs. There 4 electron pairs means expected here hybridization. sp3 hybridization, but shape is pyramidal shape. It is similar to ammonia molecule. You know, ammonia molecule also sp3 hybridization, pyramidal shape. So that is the structure of your children. Next compound, HCO4 is also one of the xenon oxide compound. This name is called xenon tetraoxide. So it is possible in third excited state children. Third excited state configuration means what happened? Here one more electron transfer from 5s orbital to 5d. Therefore configuration 5s1, 5p3, 5d4. So therefore, here available for bond formation number of electrons here 6, total 7 electrons are available children. How many electrons? 7 electrons are available. So not 7 children here, 5d4. 5d4 means total here, here total how many electrons are available? 1 from 5s orbital, 3 from 5p orbital, 4 from 5d orbital. Total 8 electrons are available. These 8 electrons are involved in the formation. Here, this is the structure of this compound, HCO4. It is similar to methane molecule. That is tetrahedral geometry. So, like here, HCO4 is of tetrahedral geometry. In this tetrahedral geometry, here xenon atom formed by here 4 sigma bonds, 4 pi bonds. No lone pair of electrons children. So these 4 sigma bonds are considered as hybrid orbitals. That is why it is also undergoes hybridization, sp3 hybridization, but shape is a tetrahedral shape. Okay children, but oxidation state is how much here children? Your oxidation state is of +8. because of each oxygen minus 2. 4 oxygens minus 8 becomes here plus 8. In this compound, HCO3, oxygen state is plus 6 children. Plus 6 children. So now, HCO4, again sp3 repetition, but shape is tetrahedral. It is similar to methane molecule. It is consisting of 4 sigma and 4 pi bonds, no lone pair of electrons. Okay, but oxygen state is how much? Plus 8. Okay, children, these are oxides and fluorides compounds of xenon.